Dear students, today let us discuss the most important topic, the fundamental one, the basic concept in the quantitative ability or arithmetic ability, that is LCM HCF. So I would like to explain in the very beginning all the very fundamental concepts. I will explain from the very basics, right? I will explain what is HCF, what is the meaning of HCF, what is the meaning of LCM, and with some examples and with some shortcut techniques and with some formulas. And after completing all the introductory concept, once you got conceptual understanding, we can get into some examples, and you keep this information with you, and then afterwards you can easily follow all the answers. I mean all the example problems I will explain, you can easily understand. So let me explain quickly all the basics here of the LCM HCF. Okay. Now, the first of all, you have to understand what HCF means. So HCF stands for highest common factor. Highest common factor. So this is also called as GCD. That means this is also called as greatest common divisor. This is also called as greatest common divisor. And in the problems that I am going to explain in the later part of the discussion, this can be also called as GCM. GCM means greatest common measure. Greatest common measure. Measurement otherwise, right? So all are synonyms, right? HCF, GCD, GCM, all are synonyms there, okay? And I will give an example so let us take two numbers, something like 10 comma 15. 10 comma 15. Now what are the factors of 10? The factors of 10 are, that means factor means the numbers that divides 10 exactly. That means 1 is the factor of 10 anyway, 1 is factor of every number, 2, 5, then comes 10, its own number, I mean the number itself divides itself. So again I have taken one more number 15, factors of 15 are 1 and 3, you can check quickly, and 3, then comes 15, okay. Among these, what are the common factors for both? What are the common factors of 10 comma 15 is, you can find 1 is common factor and 5 is also there. So these two are the common factors. And among the common factors, which is the highest one? The highest common factor is, nothing but 5. So therefore you can conclude HCF of two numbers 10 comma 15, his answer is what? 5. But anyway, we don't follow this procedure. Why I am telling all this is, you have to understand exactly what HCF means. And similarly, you can also understand what are the divisors of 10. Which numbers divides 10? With 0 remainder. What numbers divide 10? 1, 2, 5, 10. And similarly, what are the divisors of 15? 15 are same. 1, 3, 5, 15. What are the common divisors? Common divisors are 1 comma 5. And among the common divisors, which is the greatest one? The greatest common divisor is 5. So you can also claim, you can also say GCD of 10 comma 15 is 5. So in this manner you can understand them, they are similar. HCF and GCD are similar in meaning. The answer we got same. I will come to this GCM later on while explaining some questions there. So this is the understanding part. But in the examination generally in solving the problems, we don't adapt this method. We can do in other way. How we do is, we divide the larger or the greater number in the given numbers by the smallest number. So we divide like this, 10 1 ja, how much will get 10? What remains? 5. So what we do is, we go on doing this division process till you get 0 remainder. What we do is, we bring 10 here, and we divide like this, 5 2 ja 10. So now you got 0 remainder. So whenever you got 0 remainder, you stop there, and this divisor is the answer. Therefore HCF is nothing but 5. So this procedure we follow in the examination. This is only for understanding sake I explain. Now let me take one more example. HCF of two numbers, let us take something like this. So let us take 45 and 130 like this. Let us take these two numbers. To clarify, to elaborate this method, I have chosen one more example. So divide the higher number by the smaller number. 45 2 ja 90. You can just verify, right? 45 2 ja 90. What you will get? 40 you will get here, and bring 45 here and divide the same way. 41 ja will get 40 there. What remains is 5. So again you bring 40 here. 5 8 ja 40, and see finally we divide by 5. Therefore HCF of 45 comma 130 is nothing but 5. So far I have taken the example, the finding HCF of any two given numbers, right? Suppose if the three numbers are given, that means you are asked to find the HCF of the any three numbers like this. For example, find the HCF of the something like this 25, 90 and 170 like this. Something I have taken some easy numbers, right? So generally choose the bigger numbers and find the HCF there. Whatever answer you get, do with the third number. That's the procedure, right? So this is the HCF of any three numbers, right? So what we do is we take up two numbers like 90 comma 170. 92 ja 180 exceeds this. So 91 ja 90. What remains is 80. You bring 90 here again. 81 ja goes. Then 10 comes here. Then you bring 80 here. 10 8 ja 80. So what's the answer here? 10. So but what is the other number remaining here? 25. See, this number is lesser than this number. So follow the same procedure as we did in this case, two numbers case. So what we do is this 10 and here this is 25. 10 2 ja 20 and 5 remains. 5 2 ja what? 10. So answer finally is what? 5. So you can conclude HCF of the three numbers 25, 90, 170 is 5. So this is the meaning of HCF, and HCF of any two numbers, HCF of any three numbers. You can also do like this. Instead of choosing in the beginning two numbers, you can also choose 25, 90, and whatever answer you get, you can do with the next highest number, right? Now HCF of the, if the numbers are something like decimals, for example, you choose like this. Find HCF of some decimal numbers like this: 1.2, 1.44, 1.728, something like this. Okay. Or you can choose any numbers. The procedure is simple shortcut technique I am telling here. First convert them into integers. First convert them into integers at once. All of them at once. In order to make them integers at once, with what number you have to multiply? I have to multiply all of them with, I have to multiply all of them into 1000, multiply with 1000. Then what it becomes here? 1 decimal goes there, 20 remains, 2 decimal goes there, 10 remains, and 1728. Now perform the HCF in the same fashion as we did. Now how to do? Let me even show that how to do that. 1441 ja 1440, 8. How much you will get? 6 minus 4, 288. 1440. You guess here with what number it goes exactly. 28, 144 is there, and you can see approximately into 5. Let us guess into 5. So 5 8 ja 40, 5 ja 44. Exactly it goes. So what? 288 I got here. In the process of division, guessing work is very important here, right? With what number it goes nearby is important. 288 you got, and then what remains here? This number remains. Let us do with 288, 1200. Again guess here. This is almost near 300. This is 1200. 304 is 1200. Therefore you can guess into 4, isn't it? So into 4 you can guess. So 4 8 is 32. 32 plus 3 35. 48 plus 3 11. 1152. This is 1200. How much you will get? 48. And again guess here 288. With what number it goes? Roughly this is 50. This is almost 300. 50, 300, 56 ja 300, guess like that. So 48 6 ja, 6 8 ja 48, 4 remains, 24 plus 4 28, exactly it has gone, 48 is the answer. So finally 48 we got, but what numbers we got 48? For these numbers I got 48, but in the question these are not the given numbers. How we got these numbers? When you multiply with 1000 we got these numbers. To compensate that, to nullify that, in the beginning we multiplied, therefore we have to divide with the same number. So divide by 1000, what you will get is 0.0, what you will get is 48, 0.048 you will get. So this will be the HCF of the given decimal numbers. So initially what I explained, what is the meaning of HCF, and next I explained HCF of 2 numbers, then HCF of 3 numbers, then HCF of the decimal numbers. Before going into the HCF of fractions, let me explain you LCM also. Then for the fractions also we can do, there is a formula.